First of all, I want you to talk about like pedestrianism.
Oof.
In like, I'd say just give me 3 words that you think of when you think of pedestrianism.
Has to be walking. Sounds obvious, but it has to be. It's the key. It's the motion. It's the activity. Movement is that's really important. Spirit maybe. One thing I'm not doing very often is telling people that they're
God! No tilting. Lift up instead. So we're working on we had this workshop, we're doing like documentations around pedestrianism.
Yes.
When you think of pedestrianism, can you what's the first thing that pops into your head? Even can you give a visual can you give a description of a visual
Yes.
that you see when you think of pedestrianism in Lagos?
In Lagos in particular.
Yes.
Oh, okay, but that's different. There's the crossing up at the Onikon roundabout to cross from this side of the street over to Awolowo Road, and it's you have to get past two lanes of traffic going in two different directions, and it took me 3 or 4 tries to be able to just cross pretty much whenever I want, and that's obviously if I was in Berlin I would have to wait for the light and make sure and then I would cross, but here I can, once I know how to walk, I can walk pretty much whenever I want. Somebody I met the other day, they said to me, I was talking to them about pedestrianism, a random guy that I met, and we were chatting, and he said to me, oh, here in Lagos the pedestrian has won, the pedestrian has victory.
I was going to say I wanted to ask so do you feel free when you walk in Lagos? Do you feel you have the freedom to just walk everywhere? Or how do you feel?
Yeah, I don't know, free in some ways, definitely. I mean, for me it's more about this antagonism or fight between the cars and the pedestrians, and I feel it's happening all the time, but here I feel it's an antagonism that's just honest. We're both fighting for the same amount of space, which is different. Having this pavement on one side and road on the other, and these are 2 separate spaces, one for pedestrians, one for cars. I'm all of it should be for pedestrians. There should be no cars. That's just...
Then how do people get them around?
People will get around. There's the idea of the 15-minute city. This is this idea where you should have all of the things that you need, hospital, news agents, whatever, all within a 15-minute walk.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's that's really good.
I'm not against public transport.
Yeah.
So
okay, but you're against the people with their private cars.
Private vehicles are a no. I don't believe in private vehicles. It's just an extension of private property, and it's just
Kill me. That's okay.
Is the food there?
How would you describe your experience walking and documenting today?
I think the thing I find most interesting is there is this kind of this is my area, we protect and look after this area. In order to enter here you have to kind of pay homage to us, or you have to pay a little money, and I feel I like that. I like the idea of it. I like the idea that there is a sort of small local area that's even locally securitized and locally looked after, and these are the people who are there to look after it. So that we're not looking at these large, huge institutions that are supposed to be doing the work of community building or looking after. It's not a huge police force, but these are the people who know the area, and they're the ones who secure it. And when somebody comes in, obviously people are extracting, and fair play. People are going to do what they do. Space is a commodity. It's just the way it is. It's what do you expect in a happy capitalist world? Of course.
I like what you like I like how you think about like this sort of like street keepers,
Yeah.
popularly known as the area boys.
It's just so good, the area boys. I feel like I will take that with me. I will definitely take that with me. That will be a WhatsApp group name for sure. For sure.
So for me, like cause I get to like shoot a lot like on the streets and blah blah blah. So I think like I mean they live there.
Yeah.
These are like people who don't really have homes. And
Yeah.
like for me, like anytime I go there, it's always important for me to like warm up to them and like interact with them before even doing anything like in their like space. If I'm trying to do it.
I really like that.
So it's like sort of like respecting sort of like their privacy in this public, this very very public space.
Totally.
Like, was there anything that made you feel uncomfortable?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think to an extent there is a certain level of discomfort that I accept that I have when here. I had a chat with somebody early on when I was like, what's with the like black and white binary? Because you know where I'm from, I'm brown. You know, it's a specific category in and of itself, right? And he was like, the guy Dari who I was speaking to, he explained it to me in like a very simple binary way, and I was like, okay. And knowing now that that's how I'm perceived, I feel like there's a certain level of discomfort that I just carry, and I have to negotiate. I'm just negotiating that every time, and some days are better, and some days they're harder, and that's just the truth. So I think there are moments where, and it's also like hyped up by stories that people are telling me. But my overriding experience here has not been as negative as that. But I'm just cautious.
Okay. Cautiousness is good, I guess, sometimes.
I was just glad to be able to play some football with the kids and see the football happening around the city. That's something I'd not really seen since I arrived. Like, I've seen it a couple of times, but not so much. And today I saw 2 goals set up over here. Turn around the other side, there was some goals set up over there, and that's just, it's just good. It's just good.
I think so that's one interesting thing about working on Sundays, because there's less traffic.
Yeah.
And like in communities where you have like lots of like kids or lots of like youths, you see them come out and like erect this like goalpost with their tires. You see,
it's such a ritual.
It's such a ritual. They call it. They usually call it like monkey post.
Yeah.
So it's like a small post, and then they're like trying to like just score, whatever. But it's fun. It's fun. I think if you walk around on Sundays, you find a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
I think. Speak something positive into our next walk.
Speak something positive into our next walk. Wow, that's a great question. That's a great ask. May it be full of chance encounters. May it be full of laughter and moments of great affinity. May it look fresh and fine, and may it pass smoothly and safely. These are my positive affirmations for the walk ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.